What do you do when a woman pulls away? Let's just set the frame. Okay, say you're dating somebody, you really like them. Maybe you've been dating them for a while, and all of a sudden you can feel her pull away, and you're not really too sure why. You don't know if you've done something wrong, if she's questioning something. Maybe she got scared, maybe she feels insecure, maybe she's intimidated by you, maybe she's playing a game, maybe she's testing you. But regardless, she's pulling away and you don't really know why. It's in these moments where a man will generally disconnect, or can, not all men, obviously, but a lot of men will disconnect from their masculine core, disconnect from strength and stability, and can become needy, can lash out, can become defensive. They can really act from a place of resentment. So generally, guys do three things that cause a bit of a problem in the dynamic and make things even worse. Not all pulling away is a bad sign. If a woman starts to pull away, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've done something wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the end of the relationship. In fact, sometimes a woman pulling away can be some really valuable information into who she is and into how she views the relationship. And so you can learn a lot from a woman pulling away. So when a woman does pull away, what do? Right? How do you actually handle this? The first thing that I like to tell guys is start by reassessing and reaffirming. So when she pulls away, slow down. Take a few breaths. Don't text bomb her for 24 hours straight. Take a moment to see, am I really that into her, or has my feelings for her been amplified because she's pulling away? And really start to reassess, is this the right dynamic for me? Am I really interested in dating her? And is this type of behavior something that I want to live with, want to tolerate? And is it something that I want to invest more into understanding? And that's the real key thing. Are you interested in investing more time, energy, and effort into understanding why she's pulling away? If the answer is yes, great, we can move on. If the answer is no, it's probably a pretty clear sign that you don't want to move on with the dynamic. The second thing that I tell guys is don't react, respond. So when you react as a man, you react from neediness, you react from anger, you react because you're embarrassed that she's pulling away, or you feel hurt. And that's coming from a place of, I need you to tell me what's going on, or I don't care. And if it's from either of those polarities, you're not going to get the information that you want. She's going to see you as weak. She's going to see you as reactive. And whatever she's going through, it's going to be harder for you to get that information out. It's going to be harder for you to understand, why is this woman actually pulling away from me? The third thing is, don't chase her, call her back in. Now, this, when you start to sit down and really address how you want to re-engage her, the best thing that you can do is act from a place of truth and honesty. So you can label, right? Rather than pursuing her and trying to get her attention, or, blocking her or shutting her out, and like, I don't give a crap if she ever calls me again. Address the behavior directly. So get on the phone with her, FaceTime her, or even just text her or voice memo her and say, hey, I noticed that I haven't heard much from you lately. I noticed that your communication has really dropped off the map. It seems like you've disappeared or you're ignoring. What's going on? And open the door for the conversation. Now, she might not want to step through that door, right? She might still be avoidant. She might still be scared to enter into it. And so you need to remain grounded to say, hey, listen, I'm not going to chase you here. I want to understand what you're going through, but I need you to communicate, because I'm not willing to be in a relationship with somebody who pieces out like this. So have some standards and maintain those standards and communicate those standards of what you will and won't tolerate in the dynamic, regardless of what her motives are. If you act in a way that is disrespectful for you, for yourself as a man, she'll feel that. And it'll cause trust to be diminished in that experience. So the best thing that you can do for yourself, for the relationship, is to act in respect. And when you do that, you'll very clearly get a sign of whether or not she's ready for a man who respects himself. And she'll act accordingly to that. So be true to you. Be true to you no matter what, and handle that situation with self-respect and with dignity. So reassess and reaffirm, label the behavior, be willing to let her go if that's necessary, not from a place of trying to hurt her or get back at her. Remember that women want men that they respect, and don't chase, call her in. Call her in.